The nature of college football is that these teams are different today than they were in September. Obviously, some aspects are exactly the same. Stroud and a great wide receiver core, for example. But to think that Jackson Smith and Jigba would catch 2 or 3 passes this season was unthinkable at that point. To think that Dallan Hayden may play a key role in this game or may be the workhorse in this game like he was last week, unthinkable, not just that far back, but maybe 5 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Just the guys that have been sprung into the spotlight in this one. Do you have anything to give us a gauge or a reference on that one?
Well, Dallan Hayden was going to be the 4th running back this season, and Evan Pryor was going to be the 3rd and also a weapon throughout the game. And he injured his knee and suffered a torn ACL in camp, and so Evan Pryor was out. And then it's well, you still have Travion Henderson and Mayan Williams, and they'll be fine. And maybe Dallan Hayden will get his 4 games and keep his red shirt. But now you've seen Dallan Hayden has rushed for 100 yards 3 times as a true freshman, which is what Travion Henderson did last year. If he does it again, I think he's maybe 1 game behind how many times J.K. Dobbins did it as a true freshman. Like, Dallan Hayden has rushed for 500 yards this year and has done it unexpectedly. And he has stepped up. He has protected the ball. That's what Ryan did. The first thing he always talks about with Dallan Hayden is the number 1 rule for anybody that carries the ball, you have to protect the ball. And he's done that. What he's also doing is just following his blocks and taking what the defense is giving him. And then he's also making some moves after that. And he keeps them on schedule. And that's why he was so much more effective than Travion Henderson last week. Henderson got Ohio State behind schedule, averaging like 1.5 yards per carry. And some of those would be a 2-yard loss on a first down carry or 2-yard loss on a second and short. And now you've got a 3rd and long. And Dallan Hayden just kept them, carried on first down, and now you've got a 2nd and 4. Carried on 2nd down, now you've got a first down. Just keeps them on schedule. And then the receivers, this is where Brian Hartline's recruiting has come in to be able to withstand losing Jackson Smith and Jigba, but also Xavier Johnson was a walk-on. And you saw him step up first immediately against Notre Dame and catch a long touchdown pass. He's done stuff on special teams. He's done stuff at running back. He's done stuff at receiver. Now, they haven't gone as deep as I expected them to. We haven't seen much of Jaden Ballard. Haven't seen really anything from the freshman. So it's been the core of, and Cam Babb has been out. So it's been those 4 receivers that have done everything this year. And they've kind of hit a little bit of a wall, I think, recently with Julian Fleming not playing as well, not catching everything. Emeka Egbuka finally bounced back, had like 90 yards receiving or so after having like 4 or 5 games without 100 yards after having 3 of his first 5 as 100-yard games. So if he can get back going in this one, and that would be huge for Ohio State. The slot receivers against Michigan for Ohio State have generally done pretty well, and that's where Emeka is this week. So if you're looking for somebody to have a big game and you expect Marvin Harrison to be bracketed throughout most of the game, keep an eye on Emeka Egbuka.